Hi everyone. Alright, welcome to this space if you're new here, and welcome back if you're returning. Excuse me. So, before we jump into your cards, there's a message that wanted to be shared this month. And it goes a little something like this. It's been a while, and there's been a lot of time put into there's been a lot of time put in, right? Years of effort, even decades of effort. And this space particularly has the same intention that it did in the beginning. And that is this experience is believed through experience that something doesn't have to be huge to be great. Because even if something only helps even one person, then that's the point, you know? And so because of that, sometimes people walk on the path for a long time together. Sometimes there's new energy that comes in, and sometimes that stays, and sometimes that goes. Sometimes the old things go, right, and part ways. But I guess the steps that are being taken never really stop. So I just want to thank you for being here, and I hope that this reading is of service. Okay. Which way should we start? Let's read left to right, top to bottom. How about that? Let's see if we can find the story. Well, someone had a really cool idea. They were like, man, if I had this, then I would do that. If I had this, I would do that. Kind of a magical idea. Could be a little fantastical, but also possible. This is a long time ago. It's like a wish. It's like a wish made a really long time ago, but the turtles have been walking with that, right? There's a steadiness to this. And it was leading in the right direction, right? Then from there, I suppose some kind of idea sort of got pushed aside because of something got pushed aside because of necessity. It was just like, well, there wasn't enough time to focus on it, or there were more pressing matters that arose that triggered a kind of survival tactic, right? It's like survival, again, necessity became the thing. Which was hard, right? To put something aside. But it was necessary. It's almost like something was magical, then it's very serious. Then it can gain the idea of play again. You know, what do I see here? It's like where there's a great sensitivity, right? And when you get into the new space of I guess being more playful with it, but also having like the backdrop of the understanding of what is necessary, or the serious part even to the creation. Well, I guess this, what am I seeing here? If you've been in survival mode, it's okay to ease up on that a little bit, or if you know you're in the middle of something, you'll be able to ease up on it. Maybe some of you do need to realize, because the natural tendency to be serious is here, and it's very strong, right? Then I suppose there's a logic, and one realizes once they go over things, the certain things are like in their spaces, which gives room to be able to lighten, like kind of lighten something. You know, maybe laugh about something. I don't know, like just come up with a crazy idea again. You know, what is like, have a different, what's a crazy idea? It's almost like I saw a bucket. I saw a bucket, and then I saw like a piece of, like a list. So something's calling you in. There's strong Scorpio here. Something's calling you in, Venus and the sun. It's like the sun is the king, which is so serious, right? Venus is the artist, which has a sense of humor and knows that even the heart is what, the heartbeat of something, the heartbeat of something, the heart's intention. Now, whatever's calling you in, it's not a threat, and that could be one of those things where it's almost like someone's afraid to move forward. They want something to protect them, or they want to make sure that they are protected. But it's almost like, it's okay. Come on. Now the thing is what it's opening up. I just saw someone in a carnival, and the carny was there in the House of Mirrors, standing at the front, like, come on. Have a walk through the House of Mirrors. I feel like this is a Pisces reading. And you have to go, it's like, you don't have to go in there, but if we follow the flow of it, then you're going to end up in here anyway, which actually is part of the creativeness that one is trying to find through having different kinds of ideas about things, like being creative in their thinking, right? And of course you'll find your way out, right? You'll bump into, there's a few places here. This also sits in the heart of the matter. It's like there are some places where you could bump into the corners, you know, you think that it's the way, and then you bump into yourself, right? But then after that little bit of jarring energy, one turns around and realizes, oh, there's another, here's the way. I suppose some people could be trying to seek this experience through external means. Remember, anything you can find in an expedited way, you will find in your own time anyway. Now, once you get through the House of Mirrors, then you actually understand how a part of like how to calm some of that overly survivalistic, you know, where the heart is dry. Do you know what I mean? Where I actually just saw someone where they like they squeeze it's like they squeeze the blood out of a stone. Squeezing liquid out of a stone. So something that was hard becomes soft. But that comes through great effort, and I guess there's something about once that's known, then you let go so that you can relax. What is it that relaxes you? Do you like to, does playing relax you? Does what kind of recreational activity do you enjoy that causes you to be able to relax? Say like a physical thing. And then what is it that causes you to relax that's kind of unnatural, like something again kind of external, like, oh, well, if I do this, it chills me out, you know, etc. Figure out what the two are there, because one of them's a bit more healthy than the other. Or at least it's good to know the difference, because that could have been a part of it too. It's like, it's almost like stress, something about dealing with stress here, right? Because there's a great change, and the changes that have gone, that one has gone through here, I see, have been so extreme at times, so extreme, that it's almost like someone forgot to laugh. They like miss the joke, they can't understand it. So I guess someone's also remembering how to laugh, or remembering how to love, you know, some kind of connection, because maybe this is overcoming anxiety for some of you too about something. Okay, so out of House of Mirrors, right? This is in your heart, remember? And then you have an opportunity to be able to take something that grows in that actually it's really good, but it grows in a place that is dark. It grows in a place that is it grows in the darkness. That's the point. But it needs that to be able to grow. Now, as we go along, I suppose some of that growth, some of that you know, sometimes we need a little bit of poison. A little bit of poison is the antidote, but not too much of it. Not too much of it. You have a lot of horses here. Sagittarius energy, 6 horses. What's that? A team of horses? I see, I guess at certain points there's something. What are your crazy ideas about the future? You know, really, what do you want it to be like? What do you you know, maybe someone thinks to themselves, world peace, that's crazy. Or wait, you want to make a drum and bass band with just yourself? Or I don't know, there's something, it's like, it's almost like where someone doesn't believe that something is possible, they need to believe more in that, have more faith about that. Or at least understand that it's possible, right? And of course, one can be creative. I mean, but I suppose there would have to be something done, right, that is done differently to be able to achieve it. What? Saw that list of paper again. So something's going to make you get down out of the tree. Maybe some of you have been hiding a little bit, or kind of keeping yourself about something. Maybe these are private, like quiet conversations with spirit too. Just quiet. I see again, like quiet conversations. They're like, I guess they're more thoughts that way, right? Silent. But something's going to make someone come down out of the tree. They just have to. They just have to. And what that actually does is unleashes something. Because something becomes more free. It's not tied to something anymore, you know. Something cannot be ignored. It's like right under your feet. I feel like some of you might want to, there's something that's being burned off. It's like a memory, a feeling. I could even see that this could be where, when's the last time you had a fever? Like, again, or sweating. It's like where there's, okay, stress energy comes in no matter what, and almost every day. You want to make sure that's coming out, right? That's also going to keep the mind clear. I do see like a big change of mind though. It's like such creative thinking. It's like a whole new world kind of thinking. But what's important here is that things are gone about naturally speaking, because when we go against nature, then it becomes a place inhabitable, right? Something becomes inhabitable when it is unnatural, when it's pushed that way too long, right? It's almost like there's this really deep rooted, it could even be family, like ancestor kinds of survival in the mind. And it makes defensiveness, it makes sometimes a hardness to even be able to play, to maybe it's more appreciate. I see the word appreciate. Because I guess all that has been done, right? All the time prior to this that has been put in. There's a lot of seriousness in that, right? because one understands the importance of the effort. But I guess within that, it's also being able to find a place where one can feel peaceful and not I don't know, judged for their ideas or what they're going through. Now remember, I'm also seeing a bit of what is this? In ways of thinking, you want to make sure that the same conversation, what is the conversation that's replaying? What is that? Because remember that you have to jump out of your mind once in a while. That goes into that relaxing yourself naturally, unnaturally, whatever. Because that'll make you feel crazy, right? When you can't get out of the loop. So I guess it would be helpful also to figure out and make sure what is being discussed, or what are the words being used. What is the story? Again, what's the recall on that? Because I guess this is telling you something. That needs to be paid attention to, so that one can realize what they can do and start being more of themselves instead of afraid to be themselves. Okay. Thanks so much for being here. I hope this was of service. This is definitely great learning, but it's testing at the same time. Please take care. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.